After the accident, I had a patient ask me if they could go back to work. They were worried about taking too much time off, but I'm concerned that going back too soon might make things worse. How do you usually address that?
That's a tough situation, but it's really important to prioritize their health. I usually start by explaining that even if their injuries don't seem severe, returning to work too soon can actually aggravate them. It's better to take necessary time off to heal properly rather than risking a longer recovery period pushing through it.
Okay. So, how do you get them to see that taking time off is not just about how they feel, but about their long term recovery when sometimes you got bills to pay?
Okay, 100%. I emphasize that even minor injuries need time to heal, and jumping back into work can delay that process or even cause new issues. I'll explain that the strain from working could make a smaller injury worse, turning what could have been a short recovery into something much longer and more complicated.
So, what about when they need something official for their employer or their personal injury case? Is there anything that you do in that situation to help?
Absolutely. I always suggest that they ask for a written letter if I recommend taking time off. This isn't just to inform their employer, but it also serves as documentation for their personal injury claim.
Hmm.
That letter can be crucial evidence to show how their injuries are affecting their daily life
Yeah.
and ability to work, which can strengthen their case.
Okay, so it's actually part of the case, not separate, but part of their case.
Exactly.
So, do you find that patients are usually receptive to taking more time off when you frame it that way?
So absolutely. When we frame it that way, usually they say yes.
Hmm.
Once they understand that it's not just about how they feel in the moment, but about preventing further harm and ensuring a full recovery,
Hmm.
they're more likely to follow the advice. And knowing that the letter can also help their case gives them an additional reason to take the time they need.
That's important because it can be a tough decision, um, and it's a real concern. So, it's definitely important to make sure they understand the bigger picture.
Yes, yes. So one of the things that we talk about a lot is we talk about their goals. The goal is to help them heal fully and get back to work when it's safe,
Mhm.
not just when they feel pressured to return. By taking the time off now, they're actually speeding up their long term recovery and protecting themselves from potential setbacks.
Hmm.
That's something that their employer and their legal team will both understand if they have the right documentation.
Right. So I guess I kind of alluded to that concern about I do need to work, I need to pay bills,
Right.
but there is a long term benefit to being compliant with that care plan and taking the time off as needed. So
Absolutely.
after an accident, it is important to take that time off,
Yes,
from
it
what you're
is
telling me.
so very important and is important to the patient's long term health.